Hello and welcome to a sit-down session that's for a series that we're creating for the Zim Business Expo. In this series, we're highlighting the strengths and the offerings of our sponsors who are contributing to the success of the 2025 edition of the Zim Business Expo. In this particular episode, I am joined by Just Property. Hello and welcome, and I'll ask you to introduce yourself to our viewers.
Thank you so much. My name is Yevai Makoni. I'm the Principal Registered Estate Agent for Just Property Harare.
And I see that you mentioned particularly Harare. Tell me about the evolution of Just Property Harare.
Our main goal is to help create wealth through property. So we exist to make sure everybody lives in a place that they love, or they work in spaces that they love. That's our main goal.
Yeah, but obviously, real estate has been on the rise in Zimbabwe. What sort of offerings are you giving as Just Property that's different to what everyone else is bringing? I know that we're seated in one of your properties here, so maybe you can tell us more about that.
Our value proposition is we want to give you that peace of mind that you deserve when you are doing real estate transactions. Whether you want to buy a property, or you want to sell, or you want your property to be managed. If you have a property that you want us to put a tenant and manage it, we collect rentals and make sure the property is well managed. We also help you to sell that property that you want to sell. Here we are in one of our properties.
Yeah, very beautiful, by the way.
It is, and it has a lot of smart solutions in terms of security, and I'm sure you can see even the way it is, the infrastructure is done. It shows a lot of creativity. So we exist to make sure you have that peace of mind when you are doing real estate transactions.
Now, what opportunities lie in terms of investment in Zimbabwe? I know we're speaking on, bringing diasporans back in the country. For someone who is interested in putting their money in real estate, what sort of advice would you give them?
Okay, real estate is very broad, and it also depends on your tastes and preferences and what you really want to achieve when you're investing. Are you looking for an investment property where you can just buy and put in tenants? We have those kind of properties. Are you looking at a retirement home, for example? We've got plots in Green Forest where you can invest, you build a retirement home, and you can come back home and stay there. So it depends on what you want to achieve when you're investing back home. We've got residential stands from the lower end of the market to the high end of the market. So it all depends on what you want to achieve when you're investing back home. Do you want a rental property? Do you want a retirement home? Do you want just somewhere where you can just put in your money and feel safe, for example? So it depends on what you really want. But we are here to help you get the maximum possible benefit or value from your investment.
From the services that you've listed before, would you say that it's Just Property, you have services that are tailor-made for the diasporan population of Zimbabwe?
Yes, we do. We actually have personalized services. We don't just put you in one bucket. We tailor-make all the services that we do for our clients. So we have personalized services for the diaspora market, and there are a lot of opportunities here in Zimbabwe for the diasporans.
Yeah. So for someone who is watching this, say for instance from South Africa or the UK or the USA, what sort of services would you tell them that you offer in any sort of real estate that you're focusing on?
Okay, we can help in connecting you with that seller, with the property that you want. We can help with property management. If you buy your property and you're in diaspora, we'll make sure we collect starting from putting the tenant, from placing the tenant in your property, to collecting rentals, inspections, property maintenance. We also help in valuations. We can value your property and tell you how much your property is worth. We understand when you're in diaspora, you may lose
track of the
of
trends.
What is happening back home. So we can just do a valuation if it's if we can do a free market appraisal. For example, if you just want to know the value, if it's not for professional use, like applying for a loan or for a deceased estate, we can offer a free market valuation so that you just know how much your property is worth. Whilst you are in South Africa, you know I've got a house in Borodor worth 300,000 now. Because if you left it, say 5 years ago, obviously the values would have changed.
Yeah.
So we offer that service free of charge. We can do a valuation for you and tell you how much your property is worth at this point.
Which is actually good because, you know, the less issues of duping, you know, people don't steal from you because you're getting the actual value of your properties, your property actually. But, you know, one thing that a lot of people are concerned about is the currency situation in the country. I know our local currency has been affected slightly over the years, and right now we've moved to what is a more stable currency that hasn't been inflated a lot lately. Have you made any deliberate efforts in terms of securing payments and making sure that you protect the currency's value in terms of, you know, the installments? If anyone is buying properties in installments, that's if you have that.
Yes, we've got properties that are being bought on installments, and I'm so proud to tell you that our bankers are accepting payments from the diaspora, and you can actually do a withdrawal from the bank, and if you want to use the cash, they allow cash withdrawals. So somehow it's a bit safer to use the bank, though there are other methods of sending money back home. But we are proud of our bankers because they also have a facility where people can send money back home in the bank and still maintain this value.
And now let's speak about your participation at the Zim Business Expo, which I personally am very psyched and excited for, and I'm really excited to have you as Just Property on board. But what sort of value do you see from a platform that is created specifically for creating synergies between, you know, different types of businesses that are operating in different countries, but all from Zimbabweans?
It's quite a great opportunity, and I believe we'll be connecting with our mates in the diaspora, we'll be connecting with our relatives in the diaspora, and I'm sure they'll feel at home when they see one of theirs at the expo. And it's a great opportunity even to offer our services to them in person so that they see who they are talking to, who they will be dealing with. It's quite a great networking opportunities. As you know, relationships are everything in business. So we want to create those relationships with those in the diaspora, even with those local, and even with other businesses. We all work together somehow.
And what can our attendees expect from Just Property? You will be one of the companies exhibiting in South Africa.
Okay, we will show them. We'll show them what we have in terms of listings, the properties that are available, the terms that are available. We'll give them free advice on how to invest back home and the best places to invest if they want to invest back home.
Yeah, and for those that are in the country or maybe planning on coming to the country, that is Zimbabwe, where do they find you? How do they get in touch with you?
We are located at number 147 Enterprise Road, Highlands, Harare. You can also go on our Facebook page, Just Property Harare. Our LinkedIn, it's Just Property Harare. And our Instagram is Just Property Harare.
Thank you so much for joining us for this sit down and for providing us with a much needed insight on what Just Property is and the services that you're offering. And to our viewers, you've heard it for yourself. Just Property will be joining us at the Zimbabwe Business Expo 2025 South Africa edition. It will be our first time having such an expo in South Africa, and we're very excited. If you are a sponsor, maybe you're in the business fraternity, you can come on board as a sponsor. And if you just want to attend, attendance is free of charge, so you can join us at our venue. All the details will be in the description link below, and you can find us as well on all social media platforms. It is Zimbabwe Business Expo. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this. See you again in the next episode.